Turner. I'm the State Emergency Management Director here in Connecticut. I'm going to be running us through this morning's 10 a.m. press conference. I have representatives behind me from the town of Berlin, Eversource, the Connecticut National Guard, and the Department of Energy and Environmental Protection. First up, I'm going to invite Berlin Fire Chief John Masserio.
Morning, everyone. Thanks again for being here and keeping these updates flowing. So I'm just going to talk through a couple bullet points and try to keep this very straightforward today. We do have a few good updates. So the overnight, we know that the conditions changed a little bit. The temperatures came down. We did see a little bit of rain, drizzle. It helps us on the ground, but it didn't help the dry conditions at all. The ground's still very dry. The air's still very dry. So those conditions are going to continue to persist. Our air and ground ops throughout the day are going to continue. The Air National Guard still plans on dropping about 36,000 gallons of water throughout tomorrow, so you'll see their operations continuing throughout today and then into tomorrow, and we'll reassess from there. We also have main resources on site from the Forestry Service. They've been incorporated into the airdrops today, so we have a total of 3 helicopters operating. Our ground ops and our operations in general we're gonna keep up our tempo. We're gonna continue pushing the resources we have here at this fire to get it under control. We added a equipment group to assist our ground crews, so we all have been discussing how bad the terrain is in there over the last few days. Those dozers will assist us in clearing roads, creating a few fire breaks, and creating better access up to the top of the mountain. DEP's had those on standby for a couple days. We've kind of figured out how to incorporate them into the best spots in the safest manner. A few notes on the area. Silver Lake remains closed, so we encourage everybody to stay away from that area. The flight restrictions remain in place, so no UAVs or personal aircraft in the area. We're still not under any evacuation orders. The structures in the area and the homes remain well protected. We have an entire strike team group of engines dedicated to structure protection, so we have those resources available. We talked yesterday about air quality. At this time, there's no concerns about air quality. Some residents in the area might notice, smoke, and if they have some sensitivity, asthma, we just recommend that they close the windows and stay out of that condition, limit that. You might see some teams from DEP driving through the neighborhoods with some air quality monitoring vehicles, just so we could check and maintain that level of confidence that the air is okay. But at this time, no air quality concerns. I'm sure there's questions, and I've heard it throughout the days, on the cause of the fire. I've been in contact with our investigators. They should be ready to release some information on their findings within another day. So we're just going to hold off on that and let them finish up their end. So I'll go over to Tom so he could recap the forest side of it, and
Good morning, everybody. Tom Trask from Forest Supervisors for DEEP. Currently we have 40 ground resources assigned. I don't want to touch too much on what the chief's already touched on, but essentially I'd like to, are there any questions I can help with?
How many acres at this point?
So we're still within that 80 to 100 buffer area. With that being said, we do not have an exact number, but we have units as well as GSI personnel working on that. Correction, GIS, apologies. Anybody else?
Good morning.
I'm Major Mike Wilcox, and I'm the Director of Public Affairs for the Connecticut National Guard. So as you can see, we have our birds in the air today. We're here supporting the fire suppression response. To date, to last night, after things wrapped up, we were able to successfully dump approximately 30,000 or more gallons of water onto the fires. As a member of Connecticut's home team, I'm proud and happy and humbled to be here, and so are our crews to assist in this response and to help our communities in times of need and in times of crisis.
Good morning again. I just want to highlight a couple important reminders. So we reinitiated a wireless emergency alert this morning. You may have received that again on your cell phone as you drive into this immediate area. We set up a geofence around Lamentation Mountain and the surrounding wooded areas of the fire, just warning everyone to please avoid that area. In order for us to be able to continue aerial operations, we need all hikers and anybody that may be in those woods to leave. Again, there's no evacuation or shelter-in-place orders have been issued. No orders for evacuation have been issued. We also are asking everybody to please avoid Silver Lake. There's a lot of pieces in this operation that need to be in place for safety, and we can't have any boaters or anybody in the area where they're picking up the water in order for this to be safe. We're also just encouraging everybody to stay tuned for information regarding the fire that lives in the area. Sign up for emergency alerts to know where to get information, either through the town of Berlin or Meriden, where you may live, or through CT Alert. And we're also highly encouraging everyone to please respect the temporary flight restriction that's in place. We've had a lot of incidents over the past couple days where drones have been put up in the area, and again, it's a safety issue for our aerial operators and our helicopters. With those drones, they're not able to fly. So by putting up your drone, while you may want to get information or pictures, you're in fact inhibiting us from being able to continue this operation and put this fire out. So I can't emphasize the importance of respecting that flight restriction and keeping your drones out of the area. With that said, I'll open it up to any questions you may have.
How much water can they dump at a time? Like, what are we seeing?
Sure. So the UH-60 Black Hawk, its bucket has a capacity of approximately 660 gallons, and the CH-47 Chinook has a capacity in that bucket of about 2,000 gallons of water. So each pass, it's about...
Have we seen the Chinook fly yet this morning?
They're both in the air. It just might be on the other side of the ridge or whatnot, but they're both flying today.
And how much can the main helicopters carry?
So the main helicopter is a Huey. I'm not familiar with the capacity of their bucket, as we don't have Huey helicopters in our inventory.
They have a 400-gallon bucket on that one currently.
Okay. There you go.
There's two of the main helicopters.
One.
In terms of the area to avoid, I guess, I know you've said Lamentation Mountain and especially the hikers, as well as the boat launch, but do people need to avoid the Berlin Turnpike as well at all? Where is the kind of the exact...
So the State Department of Transportation has set up a road pattern on the northbound side just before our staging area. They've been assisting with keeping that lane closed so that we can get up into the Hawthorne Drive area, utilizing that lane closure as a path. They're going to continue to help us with that as long as it's needed, but as far as regular traffic on the Berlin Turnpike, Route 5, you shouldn't see many impacts, just maybe a little bit of heavier traffic around that area during rush hour times.
With this added air support, is it still expected to take a couple of days at least?
Yeah, so I think we've explained before that that bucket's a great asset. The drops help cool the area, but it's still going to take footwork and hiking and a lot of boots on the ground to get in there and continue to access the hot spots and ensure that everything's out. All right. We're talking just kind of how long for the overall operation.
Overall operation is still fluid at this time. We don't have an exact time frame, nor will we, within the coming days. In relation to operations of air, again, that's foreseeable future of continuing them as long as we need to help suppress any fires and contain smokes from basically creating poor air quality. Sorry. Anything else?
Like, you mentioned 40 buckets.
So we are currently coordinating with them to their availability. With that being said, plan on extended operations and maintaining that safety of keeping drones out of the area, just as a precaution.
And with Maine's resources, do you guys still have those from Maine?
So Main Resource is brought in through our department, and they are a compact resource that we are able to use for up to 2 weeks. The wind has come up already this morning with what I'm getting to reports as erratic behavior up top. With that being said, we are continuing to monitor that within our ICP to make sure that there are no imminent dangers.
One more question. I know that you were asking for donations for firefighters, food, water, things like that. Are businesses providing any support right now?
So, yeah, we've been inundated with support from area businesses, restaurants. Food donations have been coming in steady. I think we regrouped on that a little bit this morning, so we're going to suggest, same as yesterday, you could, donate to the CERT team through the Farmington Community Chest, or if you do want to donate food directly to site here, we ask that it's for about 20 to 25 people. A lot of restaurants and companies have been bringing in food in high numbers, expecting to feed a large group. But we feel that we like the support. It's very encouraging. It brings up morale here for us to see that coming into us. But if we could manage it a little better, maybe reduce those meal sizes so that all those donations equal, one meal for the guys and they get a selection. We're just trying to manage that a little bit better. Anything else?
Anything else, sir? All right, so our next press conference, we'll maintain the schedule today. The next one will be at 3 p.m. and then again at 9 p.m. We've been made aware that some of the press partners weren't able to have people here in person. So the Connecticut Department of Energy and Environmental Protection, DEEP, is going to take the lead on all external affairs inquiries. We have a joint information center stood up with the other agencies' input. But we'll start today pushing out written press releases as well, summarizing what we described at each of these so that you have those available in case you missed anything or weren't able to attend. But I can't thank you all enough for being here and helping getting our word out, and also our first responders and everybody that came to help us here in Connecticut. As mentioned, we have the Connecticut National Guard, an amazing partner of ours, always there at our side to help. But also the state of Maine and New Hampshire and Rhode Island have also sent firefighters. So I appreciate their support. It's a tough job they have, and as you heard, we're going to be here for some time. Our priority is always that life safety and getting this resolved. But I just want to thank them for everything they're doing, and thank you for getting our word out. And we'll talk to you all at 3 o'clock. Thank you.
Thank you.
How you doing, sir?
If I could all ask a favor from you, I just got a report that there's hikers around the mountains, so heavy